4, 3, 2.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of A Word with Worth the podcast. It's your girl Bree Stories. I last week. I don't know how it goes anymore. No, you're next, but you are
here
next,
but we paused. So I was like, oh, guess I'll go.
Okay. She's trying to steal your shine, girl.
No, we are sisters. I don't want to beef with you.
So you wanna stir up drama in my life next week, but you don't like it when I give you a little bit of drama. That's crazy.
But you were just catty towards me.
These hoes crazy.
I wasn't trying to start.
These hoes crazy.
Yeah, sister. It's A Tati. It's Aja No Asia.
And we have a special guest. We are here with DxnceCandii and Yeah, so if you don't know what you don't know and you've been living under a rock for, I don't know, the past decade?
Yeah.
I'm going to say decade because she's a legend in my town. Okay? DxnceCandii, what?
You said in my town?
Yes!
Funny.
Whatever. Candy can be found behind the scenes of some of your faves. Like, first of all, your fave could never, okay? So, let's just hear a little bit about Candy. What's up, girl?
How you doing?
I'm so good. I'm so good. I'm glad to have you.
Yeah.
We're happy to have you. Like, she's fresh off of Sierra video. Like, she's fresh off of live Sierra.
Like my goodies.
Like,
not your cousin Sierra. Sierra.
Not Sierra Mix, boo-boo. I'm very drunk.
Just relax.
I got ashamed. That's it.
I feel like you announce that sometimes, and I'll be like, "But you're always drunk."
Oh wow!
So really, what we brought you here for today is the
intervention
stories. It shouldn't change anything.
Candy, you know what? Exactly. See, she's here for the real stuff, and they want to play.
We have an intervention. We come here to help you.
You still African? We come.
Still African? Of course, I'm African American.
Shut up. Right, anyway, we're gonna go ahead and check in. So we do a check in here. You'll get the swing of it.
Right.
I'll go first. Physically, I am feeling loose, like that, and emotionally, I'm feeling joy in this moment, and that's all I'm gonna focus on. And spiritually, I feel backed up. And my attention is currently on I think that I'm going to count on this snow. It just started snowing out of nowhere today. I'm going to count on this snow to kind of give me my holiday spirit that I haven't had. Maybe that's what it's for, other than helping me drive worse than I already do. How you feeling, Tati?
I am physically feeling normal. I don't know. Physically, I feel pretty.
Thank God for that.
Bleh, like whatever. Spiritually, I'm starting to feel a little better. I went through a down spell the past couple of weeks, so I think my spirits are starting to get back high and happy. And I think it's due to the fact that Christmas is now here. So I love Christmas time. I love giving. So I'm excited for that. And my attentions are on cooking because I have to prep.
What you cooking
for
bitch?
Dinner tomorrow. I'm actually this year getting out of like the big a lot. No, not the traditional stuff, but like I'm not making as many dishes as I usually make. I'm only making 2 things. I'm making dressing, and I'm making roast.
But I thought your family, is it your family the family that doesn't eat the traditional meal on Christmas?
Well, we usually throw in like something different.
Okay.
Like last year, I think we had like, I fried like fish and stuff. So we throw in something, but this year my throw in something is the roast.
Oh, okay.
So,
that's cute.
That's it.
Hey y'all, I know y'all missed me, but I'm back. I'm better than ever. Happy to be here with my bitches. Physically, I feel good. I'm ready for the new year and just a new month because I look forward to Bree Stories. She always sends us monthly text messages, so I look forward to that and just starting over. So I just feel good. Emotionally, I feel good. My emotions is good. mentally, physically, emotionally, mentally, I'm in a good space. I'm ready to organize my life. My intentions.
Sure.
What is the real thing?
My
attention.
Yeah.
My attention, because I'm not going into the new year doing that.
Okay,
I'm coming into the new year as a new bitch. My attention is on the new year, and not because of resolution, just starting over, fresh. Although I do believe that my true new year begins on my birthday. But I'm happy. Happy to be here with my bitches. It's Black Queens here. Candice, you go.
Physically, I am feeling great. I'm not sore from dancing, so that's awesome. Emotionally, I'm feeling very like loving and like I just want to love on everybody and just be happy.
Spiritually.
Spiritually, I am feeling awakened.
I'm gonna use that next.
I'm feeling very spiritually awakened, and I believe that there's a lot of favor happening. So you know, it's like it's coming, okay. And then my attention now is manifestations of just basically like speaking things into like existence. Like that's what my intention is right now, because you know, vision boards and like writing stuff down and all that good stuff, like it's been working. So I'm like, okay, let me check this up a notch and let's see if I can really manifest what I want to do in my life.
Yes.
Oh, I have something to piggyback off that. This year I'm going into not this year because I've already started, but affirmations. Yes. I'm big on speaking things into the universe that you want, but I just watched this seminar about it was called the I Am Affirmations. I Am Success 2018. It was about affirmations and stuff. And
that's the best one.
It's so good.
Make sure you give us that link so that we can put it below for the people.
Yeah.
Well, if you got some shmoney for the people. Okay, so we're gonna talk a lot about because it's this episode that you see right now is gonna be the last episode of 2017. So we're definitely gonna get into some cliche / non-cliche conversation about New Year's and beginnings and all that stuff. But I want to focus on my girl Candy for a little while because her resume is just so long, and it's just long. Like you really just been out here really doing. I mean. She was a lovable, like,
oh yeah,
go crazy.
Chicago Bulls. I got a little hood.
You know they are. I was about to say, don't they all gang bang anyway?
Yeah.
Lavables? No, the Bulls, the basketball players.
Right.
No, but like, so that, and then just being a background dancer. Which here's the thing: being friends with our producer Michael McGee, I gained such a huge appreciation for background dancers because I think that you focus on like I don't know. I guess like when you're an artist of some sort, when you see some sort of art, you focus in like mainly on what you do. So I'm always looking at the person who's singing. Like I'm always like looking at the singer. But Michael has made me gain such an appreciation for the dancers, and like it just looked hard. Like I mean, it just looked like a lot of work.
I'm actually glad that you are appreciating us. Because we don't get a lot of recognition. So me and Candice understand that. But, you know, it's happy to see, like, you know, I'm just happy. Like, I appreciate that.
Yes.
I'm going to start.
Anyway, so with your resume being as long as it is, tell us about some of your favorite work moments of 2017, since we're about to close this year on out.
Some of my favorite work moments of 2017 was I got to work with Savion Glover for a tap routine. I did, it's coming out January 31st, guys. It's called Step Up High Water. Okay. It's on YouTube Red series, so it's
What'd you say his name was?
The dancer's name, he's a tap dancer, his name is Savion Glover. Okay. He's like a legend, like the legend. One of.
Yes.
You know.
So you tap too, that's crazy.
Yeah, so that was like a good moment because I haven't taken a tap class since I was like 10. And when we were doing the show, they asked like, Candy, do you tap? And I was like, yeah. And I mean, I do, but I haven't. since I was 10, so I kind of lied. But you know, I did. But
You didn't lie.
But
you made it work.
Exactly, and
You made it work.
actually, it was so much fun. And another good moment was working with Sierra because I'm 5'4", and so thank you, Jamaica. Thank you, Brandon. I'm 5'4", so a lot in the industry, if you are not a certain height or like a certain weight, I mean, politics.
Right.
They say that you can't dance for these artists.
Mhm.
So I'm just like, oh, so it was like, even though Sierra was always on my list of people to work with, I never thought it would come into like fruition because I'm just like, I'm too short, you know, like she's like around like 5'9", 5'10".
Yeah.
My body is tall, so I'm
Yeah.
like, I guess we give it Santa's ills over here because I'm short. So when I got that call, it was just like, Sierra, oh, if I'm dancing with Sierra, I can dance with anybody at this point because she's like one of the tallest like artists.
That's so interesting. Like I never even thought about that. But it makes perfect sense. Like how someone who's like the creative director would be like.
Exactly.
You know,
it's all about like heights, looks, shapes. It's the politics of being like a dancer or just a creative in the industry is like so strict. Yeah. But I mean, I ain't trying to get spiritual, but really, if you have like favor over your life, like none of that stuff even
gets
matters.
Spiritual.
You know.
Okay.
If you look at like this right here.
Okay. Okay.
You gonna get your life, all right? I'm for real.
No, that's really. Thank you for that. First of all. Second of all, so if you ain't go to church last week, here you go. Second of all. I'm gonna keep saying this. Your resume is really long. What do you have looking forward to you for like 2018? Like, what is it that you're like, this has to happen next year?
Dancing for Beyonce.
And so it is. Speak it. So it is, and it's done.
Like she's been on my vision. Like I didn't know what like a vision board was like a long time ago, but now it's like. She's always on my vision board. And last year, I didn't put her on my vision board as far as like her pictures and stuff like that. Yeah. I just kind of put like her brand and stuff on my vision board and who she was as a woman and as a, you know, as an artist. So I really, honestly, truly, it's been like a goal of mine, like a dream of mine to really like get on the stage with her. And someone asked me like, have you ever went to a Beyonce concert? And I was like, no. The next time if I ever see her in concert, I'll be on the stage with her.
Yes.
So I mean, I'm like literally like been trying to speak it and like continuously speak it. Like she is one of my go-to artists. Now after I do Beyonce, because it's gonna happen.
Yes.
After I do it, I'm not gonna say like I'm done, because you know a lot of people when they do something that like at like the top of their goal list, they're like, okay, well, what else do I have to do? Right, it's like, it's not about that, because it's like, that's the experience you wanted, and you should let that experience take you to another experience, something that you didn't even know you were going to happen. Like, Sierra wasn't on my vision board, yet it happened. Dancing with Savion Glover or working with Debbie Allen, like, none of those things were on my vision board, but they happen. So it's like, sometimes we have to allow, you know, don't let our, wanting opportunities like hinder us for what he has already said for us. You know what I'm saying?
So creating goals but remaining open.
Yeah,
I love that.
Because if you put all your eggs in one basket, as far as like, oh, I want to do this and this only,
and that's the only thing that you focus on.
You aren't going to be able to pay attention to what God, the trail that He's already set ablaze for you. So it's like, how can you walk down this path if you're not? You want to be great, but you're not allowing me to let you be great.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I love that. That's fantastic. It's a word up in here, y'all. I wasn't expecting it. See, we came in here fresh in the morning being heathens and taking shots.
That's okay, because the more you know.
I said she took a shot.
Of water.
Anyway, so oh my God. First of all, and this is really trashy of me, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Do it.
Just give Tinashe my number. And just let her know. Let her know that whenever she's in town, I would love to take her out.
I'll let her know.
So,
I would definitely.
Look, don't make faces like that. Look, you better get in where you fit.
Face.
I told you I'm a proud opportunist. Every time I get.
No, I was trying to figure out where you were going with why. Yeah, I was like, why? I was just.
So I could take her out. I think that she'd have
on
a
a
good
romantic
time.
date, or on a like just like going down the
Take
date.
of that what you will.
Say what you want though.
I'm saying
Speaking of quick,
Like you
I'm
want a new
saying-
friend? Or you want a new girlfriend?
I'm saying take her out. And that's it.
and whatever comes.
See,
first.
just like a
whatever
nigga,
comes
niggas don't know never what they want, and they just say any old thing.
Now I'm a nigga.
Yeah.
Whatever. You're not gonna timid DJ Stutter me. Okay? Not today. Anyway, so tell me about your favorite non-work moment. So I think that it's very easy for, especially people who resume is as long as yours, to be like, you know, all the shine is on what you do. Like, tell us about what you do outside of work that's also a favorable moment of yours.
Nothing. Like,
Well, that's
honestly, like,
Doing nothing can be fun.
y'all.
It can be very fun.
I'm so happy to be home for like the holidays because
Yes.
like you work so much and it's just great to just be home and not put on no makeup, not have to worry about no bundles, not have to put on no heel, not like not you know, like everybody's always impressing people, so I just be so over it. Like, let me put on this lip and this lash.
Right.
I don't really feel like doing that, but you know, and just rocking my hair. I can put my, you know, babe, you ain't got to worry about the braids right
Which is
now or the
gorgeous,
wig.
by the way.
Thanks. So it's just like doing absolutely nothing but like sleeping and resting. And I always like, because I'm so busy, I always like to check in on my friends because
that's nice.
sometimes we don't have the same schedule, so we always miss each other. So like once a week I try my best to really like check in on everybody and say, how are you doing? Because that's like a question nobody really asks.
Yes.
Everybody's like, what are you doing next? As opposed to, but how are you doing?
Yes. Yes.
Everybody want to know what you doing, where you at. Okay, so what's next for you? Going to bed. Like, I'm going to sleep.
Yes.
And I'm going to have a drink and I'm going to get lit
Yes.
and turn up and dance and not put on makeup and wear my afro and just live in my truth, because sometimes like the industry can just be like, this some bullshit, honestly. But I love it every day. Like, it will seriously make you think like, is this what I want to do? Because at this point, these niggas go drive me insane. But just absolutely doing nothing. That's my favorite thing to do, is just do nothing and just check on my peoples to make sure that everybody is like straight mentally.
Yeah.
You know? I love that.
I have a question. You said that how sometimes the industry can make you think like, what, like, why am I doing this? So when you did like your first audition, or when you first tried for something, well, first, did you get the job that you first auditioned for?
The first job I auditioned for was being in Chicago Lovable, and I got it.
Oh, and you got it.
Yeah.
So you two
And then after
amazing.
that,
so the question don't fit.
Talk about you just
Because I was gonna ask if when you got your first rejection, how did you handle it? Like, how did you? Because you know, a lot of people don't like rejection, and they'll just stay away from an industry because they don't want the rejection. Period.
I've gotten rejection. I've been blessed enough to be able to be like direct booked on a lot of things. So direct booking is where they just ask for your headshot and resume, and you send it to the casting directors, and then they say, oh, let me see a video, and then they want to book you, and then they don't want to book you, and then you know what? I'm telling the story. I auditioned for Bad Boys. It was like
The musical?
No. No, it was I had my first, actually I did have an audition in Atlanta for it was like the BET Awards, doing something with Diddy. And I didn't get it. I mean, but it was like a blessing in disguise, because the next month or so I was on tour, so it was like, well, I probably couldn't even do it at that time.
Right.
You know, and at first I wasn't really sad, because I guess I kind of put it in my head that I wasn't gonna get it anyway. You know what I'm saying? How you psych yourself out, like. So I just kind of went in there already a little defeated, but I'm like, oh, let me just go ahead and just have these people see me.
Yeah.
So I mean, rejection is hard to deal with, because people are looking for so many different things, and you don't really know what the like casting director's looking for or anything. So it's like, you may have everything, but you know, a woman named Rhapsody, she told me that, you know, sometimes don't let what they're thinking like hurt you, because just because they didn't hire you doesn't mean that you weren't a good dancer, or that you will never work in your life. So you just have to take it for what it is and kind of move on about it. Like, it sounds so cliche, y'all, but I literally try to leave everything with like a positive mindset. Like, if I didn't get it, I'm like, okay, God must have something else for me. So
Yeah.
cool.
have
I'm
to.
chilling
Yeah.
because you can kind of get in your head like, damn, I'm not good enough, or maybe I'm not thick enough, and that's something that I did with being in Atlanta with them cornbread fed ass girls and everybody thick and just hair down their back. My bank account ain't allowing me to have 30 inches right now. But you know, like, it's so hard. So me going in there being slim with the afro and everybody got bundles and a big booty, I'm like,
Right.
oh, bitch, you need to go back to the drawing board and figure it out. You know? So yeah.
But you make it work. You make it work.
Period. And just be me. Sometimes the talent surpasses what they're looking for, because sometimes they don't even know what they're looking for until you come in a room and you fuck shit up and you leave and they're like, oh damn, we need this person.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because you pull up and wreck.
Hello, and they be looking crazy. Stunned. No, just kidding.
I love that. First of all, I love your energy. I just have to tell you that. This is fun. It's been a minute. Because last week we had niggas on here and they were both trash.
I think I saw that.
They're close friends of ours. They're good friends of ours. For those of you who tuned into last week's episode, that's going to be an ongoing thing for us because we still don't got it yet. I'm still stumped. I'm still trying to figure it out. We're trying to get to a place where we're not looking at niggas as niggas. So
And
stay
they weren't
tuned
even
for
the
that.
worst.
Oh no!
And they weren't even the worst. So that says a lot.
Yeah.
The fact that like they were probably at the top.
No, they were probably like the best niggas that we're gonna find.
Yeah.
For sure. So somebody else gonna come in here and we're gonna be sitting here tearing our fucking hair out. Like,
where's
right. Where's
Oh
Tim?
my God.
Anyway, so shout out to them. So jumping into the Discovery Zone, Aja No Asia.
Just kidding.
That was you, Diamond.
That was me jumping in. Okay, so in the Discovery Zone this week, I came across an article the other day about Joe Budden being fired from, what's the name of his show?
Everyday
Everyday
struggle.
Everyday Struggle. I was going to say most likely too.
Wow, just making things up.
Yeah.
She does it with everything. She does it with lyrics. Like, she'll just make something up.
I do. I don't know.
That's insane.
Okay.
And basically he first, I forget who was replacing him, but somebody was on the show replacing him because they were saying like, you know, he just had his baby or whatever.
Right.
And they were like, no, I'm not replacing him. You know, he just is at home for the birth of his son or whatever.
Right.
But then Complex tweeted like, we wish Joe Budden the best in 2018. He made 2017 successful for us. And Sam was like, no, we wish y'all the best. Like, you know, he good. And he was like, I created that show, I'll create another show. So, turn around and I seen on YouTube last night that Charlamagne and Joe Budden have a show together.
Wow. Is that a whole show though?
Like a show or a special?
Well, you know, I think it's going to be a show because it didn't say like it was coming like on a one-time basis. Like, I expected them to say like, this year, because I think it's called This Year's.
Yeah, it's like the recap.
This year
for
was
the
dope
year.
trash.
Yeah, this year was dope trash. And so it didn't say like it's coming on like on a specific day. And then it also, I expected them to do that, and they did it. They made it seem like it was going to be like an ongoing thing. Like they were still going to be reviewing, like, you know, like that was just going to be.
That.
What did you get from it?
Because Charlamagne, I think either Charlamagne put it up, and to me it read like a one-time thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a New Year's Eve?
Yeah, like
I
a New Year's.
think it is going to
like
be
a
that,
countdown,
but I think
right.
it's going to.
I would hope so.
I definitely foresee, if not that
That would be
situation, I
annoying.
definitely foresee Joe working with Charlamagne in some type of way.
Yeah.
Or Charlamagne putting
And
him
me being
on
very
to another
annoyed.
situation.
I would
Like,
be so
I
annoyed.
definitely see Charlamagne like orchestrating something like for Joe.
Yeah, and I think that's gonna be. I think they're both gonna be good because they're both so strong-minded.
Yes.
I think. It's
But I don't think
annoying.
they're good to. I mean, they'll be
gonna be
entertaining
annoying.
together. But I think it's like an ongoing thing. I don't think they should be on a show like together. Well, I mean, because like they're both kind of like they're different people, but they're the antagonists, like
They're
in all their
rash.
situations.
Yeah.
So that you need to have like the lighthearted or softer side like
Yes.
to them. So
Right.
they'll be fun for that moment. But I would never. I don't think I would want to watch Charlamagne and Joe Budden literally.
Well, I don't like to
every
watch
day.
Everyday Struggle
That would
all
be
the
a
time
lot.
either, but I think I definitely think,
I can't. I'm sorry.
yeah, it's
It's not no shade.
I actually like Joe Budden,
I
But-
don't mind Joe Budden.
I don't mind him.
Joe Budden.
but I I definitely think it's gonna be interesting. I think he's good for television, like outside of like reality. Like
Yes,
type
he
of thing.
incites emotion, and I think that like regardless of how you feel about that, that's a good thing.
Yeah, I think he's
him.
very passionate about music, and
yes he is.
you know, I think if you're passionate about something, you pursue it. So
I
that's
think
why I
that
pursue it.
DJ Academic needs to go with Joe.
Yeah, I actually
Like, I feel like he should go. I feel like he needs to leave.
Oh, you
and
mean like
struggle.
go away?
No, I meant he needs to go with Joe. Like, Joe left, and I feel like
he should go
Academic
with
should go
Joe.
with him. Like, I feel like they were. I mean, apparently DJ Academic had his own following. Apparently, before
for
the show.
sure.
But like, me personally, I can't see me really just wanting to tune in to see like what he has to say without the
You
Joe
think they're a
Budden
team?
aspect. Yeah, like I feel like they would do good
makes
together.
sense.
I feel like they can go anywhere together right now and get something like that.
They can
Ride the
really
waves.
do that if they get the right team behind them. They can have their own
Yeah.
YouTube and do it just like
Easily,
that.
anything. But
Yeah.
I think Academic already got like under contract, so he ain't going nowhere.
Well, apparently they also broke up. But speaking of better breakups, Mel B, Scary Spice.
Better. That's not a better breakup.
It is a better. It's better to talk about because it's wild as fuck.
I was like, I
Well,
think it was very scary.
I saw that too.
So apparently, Melanie B had a tattoo on her ribs dedicated to her husband. Well, like her
What did
side.
the whole thing
It
say?
said, "Stephen, till death do us part, you'll always hold my heart."
You know what?
And it said Stephen, comma. And so she, instead of getting a tattoo removed, like the process of having a tattoo removal, she actually just cut his name off, like her skin, just the portion of her skin that said Stephen, she just cut it off.
Wait,
Like, she cut it off.
She cut?
Yeah.
I don't know if she cut it
No,
or
I think
she had
somebody else cut it. She had
But
someone just cut
the
it.
chunk of skin
Because
off.
she, like, and like, I saw a quote. Like, here's the thing, and like, I'm very like passionate, and I think like artsy in like a maniacal way that I understand
That you
this.
can see.
Like, I can understand that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so what you gonna do? Pass somebody else's name down?
hopefully not. I think that she's just planning on letting that skin
Like little
there.
puzzle pieces.
You know how your skin will rejuvenate. You'll have a. That's wild.
Steven, oh nope, not sorry.
Talk about we make
John.
we make
Plastic piece of skin like from her butt. Like
That's
Elastic.
okay. You guys are taking something that I thought was beautiful very far.
Nah.
I just thought that it was. I thought that it was crazy, but like not crazy, like maniacal, like in a beautiful way, you know, because she went through so much. According to all the allegations and stuff, she's been in an abusive relationship for quite some time, and so I can understand her feeling like, okay, the divorce is final, and me covering this tattoo up it wouldn't even do it justice to how much I need this energy off of me.
Yeah.
Which is why I felt like that was kind of like beautiful. Like, I don't know, there's something beautiful about
Just
that
cut
to
the
me.
bad part out.
Yeah, you just cut it off, and then the whole process of the way that our skin works, like the way that the epidermis reforms itself. I don't know, something about that was just like beautiful, but it's also like, damn, G, that's deep as fuck.
Yeah.
She's
just
rich.
thinking like
That's
Saw.
so expensive, I know.
What?
You can't go to like the basement and get that done. You gotta go. Like,
I think you go anywhere.
I think you can go anywhere with
at your own
Right.
risk.
you think so?
But you can go anywhere.
I think that would be
Anywhere.
an expensive procedure though. is
To
what
get
I'm-
it cut off?
Yeah.
It's just skin.
It didn't sound like it.
Oh, y'all just. It's just skin.
I think it was crazy. It was crazy,
didn't
like
like
for the
that.
shock of it. Like
Yeah.
you see it like on your screen.
No,
like,
yeah,
She
I-
did what she cut like,
And then
that
it
was
was pictures.
shocking.
It was pictures.
Yeah, I saw that
But
picture.
I think the actual decision process, kind of like what
It
B
made
said,
sense.
like I understand. I have never been in something so horrible
Yes.
that I felt that way, but I can easily see the type of person that I am, the way I carry my emotions, how I
Yes.
am with things. I could see if I were in like this horrible situation and something was on my body that was a remembrance of that,
Yes.
I would definitely be like, oh, cut that shit off.
Yeah.
Like,
Like I definitely
Yeah.
totally relate to that, especially considering I just covered up a tattoo. But like for me, in my mind, it was like I needed that off of me, and that was the way to do it. But like
Right.
I could like imagine if that situation
Would
was
you
like
have cut that off
abuse.
of you?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like imagine if in that situation that I was so emotionally invested in, he was also physically and mentally abusing me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like so, like the way that I felt like I need this energy off of me, cover it up. I don't want to see it. Like I can totally understand how somebody is like, cut it off. Like,
Exactly.
get it away.
That reminds me of Grey's Anatomy episode when
You always want to talk about
Christina Yang was supposed to get married, and she had on her wedding dress, and her fiance left her at the altar. And she was like, "Cut it off of me, get it off of me." And they just cut her wedding dress down the
She
middle.
could have just unzipped the back.
She wanted it cut off of her.
No, see, but you get it though, right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
it's
know.
like,
Because I'm going to take that shit back.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like when it comes
Wedding?
to like things
Oh, honey,
before.
No,
You
the wedding
already
already
wasting hella money on the wedding now that he's not here. So any money you can get
they
back,
obviously got the money.
Okay.
you get your money back. Even though I don't know if
Got
you
the
can
money.
return wedding dresses. She would have to
Shit,
like
I'm
sell
gonna
it
return
online
that. I would be
or
like,
something.
listen.
Right
Wedding
outside the
are
church, you like,
tailored.
for sale.
Yeah, I was like,
For sale.
I'm here for
What
it
is
and
that
shit.
shit?
Like,
they won't even let me take like bridesmaids dresses back to the store. Like once you buy it and they tailor it to you, like they won't let you return.
Oh,
it to
that
the
makes
store.
sense.
You gotta
Well,
sell it online.
anyway, this week's topic is the anti-resolution, because we believe here at Away with Words, the podcast, that it's not enough to say that you want to have a resolution, because we all know how that goes. Everybody knows that on December 30th, you say, like, my New Year's resolution is to fucking go to the gym every single day. And so then January 1st, no, what really happens is you decide that on like the 25th, right?
Right.
So in preparation for that, we're like, I'm about to eat everything that I fucking want. I'm about to do nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you think that you deserve all of this extra shit so that you can get ready for what you resolve in doing on the fucking 1st, and then you do it for a few days and then it's over with. So instead of having a New Year's resolution, we want to have an anti-resolution where we just talk about little lifestyle changes that we want to have. Just, you know, it's all about building habits and about understanding who you want to be. Like, who you are right now is... I sounded like Kurt Franklin. Who you want to be. I started laughing. It was so aggressive.
who you want? Make sure you
Shut up. No, because when anyway, it's all about who you want to be and about the idea of we're continuously growing. Like, regardless of who we are, we always have the opportunity to grow and to add little things and to add habits into our everyday that will make us better people.
Yeah.
So instead of having a resolution that you know will fade, I want to hear about some of the things that you just want to implement as far as making you a better person overall. So 2018 and beyond. You start, Ajna Wager, since you want to laugh so much.
Hello, world. Things that I'm looking to do in 2018 is squirt with my man. Just kidding. Cut that out. Don't put that on there.
It's too late.
Oh,
you know
man.
better than that.
Okay, no, seriously.
No.
In 2018.
Why are we going this way?
Too bad it started
Get it
already.
over with.
In 2018, I feel like the things that I want, I've already been making
Yes.
adjustments towards
Yes,
already. Like, as far as going to the gym and things like that. Like, I started that, like, after Thanksgiving. Like, even though this week I've been sick, so I don't know if y'all can hear. But, I felt a little congested. But I haven't been going to the gym this week. But I've been, like, really... I've been diligent about, like, working out and eating better, drinking my water, stuff like that. So, I feel like I've already got the ball rolling in motion for the things that I want to achieve.
You already got balls rolling towards you.
I wish. What else do as far as my lifestyle goes? I just want to be more organized. That's why I got a planner.
You did, girl.
She think I'm unorganized. But, I don't know. I feel like I'm always working on myself, so it's nothing that I can really say that I'm doing in the new year. Because I'm always becoming a better bitch. The rest of you bitches?
So dead.
Okay, Candy, how about you? What are you doing for your anti-resolution?
Anti-resolution, basically, I think, so this is so, like, boring and lame.
No, it's not.
I'm going to start making my bed every morning.
No, that's real.
My mom does
That's
that. I
real.
think that's so great.
Like,
But I make my bed at night before I get in it. I can't go
It's
to
so
sleep
weird. I
in a
don't
messy bed.
make my bed every morning, and then I have a long day, and then I come home, and it's like crazy stuff.
Yeah.
You know, you got that pile to the side of
Yeah.
like freshly washed clothes, so you just push it
Shit.
over,
I definitely
and then
do
I
that.
just kind of slide in.
Yeah.
But like I want to start making my bed every morning.
Yes.
And
And you'll be surprised how that habit is
like
going to
really
formulate
like makes
others.
you like want to do more stuff.
Yes.
Or I'm working on time management because I think I'm like superwoman sometimes. So I'm like I gotta be somewhere at 2. I'm gonna wake up at 11. But then I'm like, oh, I gotta be there till 2. So then I wake up at like 12:30, 1 o'clock, and I'm like, oh shit, I got somewhere to be at 2.
Right.
So you think your makeup is gonna take like 15 minutes, and you've done it before, but then that one brow on that's why I got this bang. That one brow on one side don't want to act right, so now you're like spending all this time on that one lash, don't want to stick to that eyelid, so it's like
all the things.
all the small things, and you think you wore red the other day, but then you're like, oh, this shit looks stupid. Like, I don't want to wear this today. So, time management, making my bed, and stop being so indecisive because I just like, it's like, I'm like, I don't know, but you know, it's hard. Indecisiveness is so hard. So I think those are like the small things because I agree. Like I'm working on myself to be a better bitch every day.
And better bitches, 2018.
But you know, also, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna also work on supporting more Black businesses. But listen, Black businesses, get your shit together.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to practice customer service.
Yes.
Because I be wanting to give y'all my
That's
coin,
real.
but y'all attitudes are shitty sometimes. And I want to be able to say support Black businesses, but Keisha over here is giving me the run around when Susan over here already got my package delivered. Susan? Let's get it together because I want us to come together. All right? We can. We. It's so much power in just the melanin. So let's fucking work on it, guys.
Yes.
Thanks.
I'm glad that you said that because I do have on my Black Dollars Matter shirt today.
Yeah.
Shout out to members.
Do like this.
Black Dollars Matter. No, but that's really, really real. And that's why one of the things that I told myself a couple years ago is that I needed to hold myself accountable in helping those Black businesses because a lot of times people don't know what they don't know. And that's why when we were at the spot for Aja's birthday, I felt that I needed to. I felt like I needed to pull the manager to the side and tell him, like, look,
he didn't care.
He didn't appreciate it.
Receptive.
But that's not the point. I still feel like it's my duty. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know. Because 2 weeks later, he might have woken up and been like, "Damn, this is exactly what old girl was trying to tell me." You know what I'm saying? Like, you just never know. And that's why I just feel like as Black people, we should just have the love for one another to say that. Like, we gotta say, because it's really easy for us to get fed up. I know I definitely have dealt with a couple of people, and it's like, you sloppy as fuck and you taking too long and you not getting back to me and all this stuff. And so you just like, fuck it. And then you want to go to who you know who will be reliable. But 9 times out of 10, that's not a Black business. So you can still do that. But this one time, I'm still going to tell you, like, look, let me just tell you about my experience as a consumer. And my only hope is that you get better. You know, and that's it. That doesn't mean you have to continue to fuck with those people, but definitely just want for people to get better. Because a lot of people just don't know what they don't know, you know? They don't teach us in school how to run businesses.
They don't.
They don't teach us in school how to start a business or be an entrepreneur. So a lot of people are just falling on their ass. A lot of us have common sense.
Right. After
I know, but like me and you would start a business and wouldn't know the importance of things like hospitality and timeliness and all of that stuff, you know. But some people just don't know those things. And so just like God don't condemn fools, we shouldn't either.
Hallelujah.
I be trying. I really be trying. And that's one thing that really keeps me from being on people's necks. Like, convincing myself that they don't know any better is the easiest way for me to not curse somebody the fuck out.
Right.
Because let me find out you know exactly what you were supposed to do and just chose not to. Now you're just not shit. And
I think that's the thing.
And those types of people exist in all colors and shades.
I think they just don't be caring.
They don't. But sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't know. But that's why I'm saying our first thought shouldn't be, obviously, this person doesn't care. It should be, I have love enough for my person, whoever you are, my brother, my sister, whoever. And I have love enough to let you know what it is how you failed me, so that you don't do it to the next person, and that, therefore, your business can thrive. But anyway, how I'm trying to be better in 2018 and beyond. Definitely heard you when you said the indecisive thing. One of the things that I noticed about myself, specifically in my love life, is that I'm very flitty. I'm very wishy-washy. I'm pretty much a master of my own fate and the captain of my soul. And I know that when I say something out loud and when I write something down and when I focus on it, it comes to fruition for me all the time. But one thing that I've never been able to do is be very, very sure about what I want in my romantic life. And I'm always just like, I mean, if I like a person, as long as I like the person, it can be whatever. We don't have to be in a relationship. We can be friends. We can be fuck buddies. We can be like, I don't have like a scope of like it has to be this. Like
she has black and white and gray. I just have black and white.
Yeah, I think I'm very okay.
I
think I'm very great when it comes to my love life because I'll be so focused on the connection that I have with a certain person, and it doesn't have to be that it's just that person. It could be multiple people, and so I'm out here with like multiple different types of very confusing relationships with people, and that's weird. And then I find myself when I'm by my. You said what?
I said, and you recycle.
I definitely recycle every nigga I've ever had, and that's what I need to stop doing because they don't come back different. They don't come back to you a different person.
But that dick be the same.
That dick be the same though.
You can find
good that dick be the same though. You know what you said. But sometimes it's nice for that reliable dick. You know, sometimes that reliable dick is really something.
Because you know what you're getting.
Because I know what I'm signing up for. I'm not gonna be up all night trying to see where you at for some dick I never had before because I don't even know what you about to bring to me.
Okay, that's true, but at the same time, so you want the reliable dick, but you already know that this motherfucker gonna be lame.
But that's the thing. But here's what I do,
but you know that dick is gonna be reliable.
Right, but like here's the thing about me though. I psych myself out so much when it comes to romance because I'm always, first of all, I'm guilty of being the cool girl. I'm very guilty of being the girl that's not gonna complain. I'm not gonna nag you, And so I've done it so much to myself over the years that I really be believing that I don't have an issue with certain things. Like in my mind, I'll be sitting there like, I mean, but this is not my man, and he don't have to do this, and he don't have to do that. But it's like, no, yes, you do, you know. But I don't figure that out until 2 weeks later when I'm sitting by myself and I'm sad, you know. But you know, that's so. I'm definitely working on my decisiveness and being more intentional when all around. Like I want to be intentional in all areas. I think that I'm very intentional when it comes to my craft and when it comes to my work, but I'm not intentional at all in my personal life, and so I definitely want to incorporate that beyond. I also want to work on being more compassionate with myself. Like I have conversations with people, and I've started this thing a couple of months ago, and this week it failed me horribly. I didn't even try, but a couple of months ago somebody was having a conversation with me and was just telling me like, oh, like whatever they were saying, they didn't like the situation that they were in, and I found myself like really trying to be aware of what I was saying to them because it'd be the same shit that I need to hear sometimes. And so like I'm very good at like telling you like, oh Tati, all you gotta do is this and like I got the recipe for everybody for every situation. But then as soon as I'm upset or I'm down or I find myself feeling depressed, it's like all of that shit goes out of the window. I know nothing, you know. So I'm trying to just be better at practicing what I preach and at implementing the things that because I need to love myself just as much as I love my people. Any one of y'all come to me with a problem, I know exactly how to help you, but I need to know how to help myself as well. So that's another thing. And then other than that, I really just want to be a bad bitch, because like I use that term loosely because I know that means different things for different people, but for me, a bad bitch just has her shit together. Like she gets up really early, like by the time she hits the office, workouts are done, she had a balanced breakfast, she got her makeup on, her hair is done. I just want to be that 80% of the time as opposed to the 30% of the time that I am now. Like, you know, on weekends, popping. I get up when I want to, like I'll get a workout in, I'll meditate, all of that stuff, and then I show up here and I'm fine and everything is great. But like on weekdays, I feel like I'm entitled to not do those things. Like I already gotta go here and do work. Like why the fuck would I get up and work out and put my shut your fucking face. Shut up. But you know what I'm saying? I just want and what I've noticed too, because this past week me and AP got up Monday and Tuesday at 5:30 in the morning and did a workout and like had all of this time, like after the workout was done, we had plenty of time between then and going to work. And so I'm, you know, put a little makeup on, like you know, you just feel good. Even though by noon you might be like, damn, I'm fucking tired. But like, you know, kicking your day off that way, if you do it the right way, by noon you don't have that much shit to do. Because you done already gotten through the whole thing. So I just want to implement that more often. And that's all.
Sister. Okay, so how does that thing go that where it's like the God grant me the serenity to like change the things, like
to accept the things that you can't change.
It's like 3 things that it says, but That's what
That's what I want.
We
focus
on.
No, I feel you.
Which is basically taking control over the things that I do have control over.
Yes, that's the word.
And accepting the things that I don't have control over. I
Yes.
have a tendency of getting in a funk or telling myself like, you know, ain't shit happening no ways, or like ain't shit going on no ways, and just letting everything go.
Yeah.
Instead of continuing to progress and all the things that I can actually change. Like a couple of years ago, I had made a lifestyle decision, worked really hard, lost 60 pounds. That was a very big deal for me. Here I am now, fast forward a couple years later, and I've gained maybe like 25 of those pounds back. That's a huge problem for me. I'm very disappointed in myself, but it's very hard to motivate myself to lose it again when I'm upset about all this other shit that I really don't have any control over.
Right.
So for the new year, I just want to focus on making sure that I'm staying focused on everything that I definitely have the control over. So I want to make healthier choices with my eating habits. I want to stay focused on my writing more. I want to handle that and, you know, and become a better mom and a better friend and all that every day.
I just wanted to piggyback off of what you said about like focusing, not focusing on things that you can't change. So I've had even though like I'm smiley and I'm happy now, it took a lot for me to get to like this space, like mentally and emotionally. So something that I encourage everybody to do. Me and my girl, we did this thing of like, we wrote down everything, like literally, we wrote down everything that we felt as though may have been fuck it up, bitch, get it right. May have been like holding us down, like things that we couldn't control.
Yeah.
And you know, like I've dealt with a lot of verbal abuse. I've dealt with wanting to bleach my skin. I've dealt with wanting suicide. Like I've dealt with a lot. So we wrote everything down, literally, of things that we couldn't control, and we literally just kind of prayed over that note, and we burned it and just sent it into the universe, like as a. Like you know what? I don't know what the fuck to do with this.
Yes.
Let me burn this shit and just get it out. And even though it sounds so silly, literally I felt like a weight was kind of like lifted off of me, because it's like we have to accept the apologies we would never get. We have to also be okay. Like, you know, like it's like you have to accept the apologies that we would never get. We have to accept the who we are in this moment in our time, and we also have to be aware of the things we speak and the people that we have around us. Like I feel like you guys are like awesome, like friends, and like always laughing and stuff. So I feel like that's great, and we want to hold on to so much stuff that but even it's easier to let it go.
Yes.
So we have to just surround ourselves with people who are excited to just be in our presence. Like, instead of being like, I don't know how, you know how we do, like, I don't know how they're going to feel today. I don't know. So my pastor said something. He was like, if someone that's in your life is not excited about being in your presence, or they don't hear God when you speak, then they don't need to be in your circle. Yeah. And it's kind of like fucked up, because you're like, damn, but I like this person.
Yes.
And we want to try to change them by changing ourselves to show these people that we can be there for you. But if they don't want to accept it, then fuck them.
Yes.
So yeah, like, and I think, you know, just hearing your stories, like, I don't think you should like be disappointed about it. You know, shit happens. It happens how it is gonna happen. But you know, you're still beautiful. You're still like in a good space. Like, you still woke up. Like, everybody's like breathing and happy. And like, we're going into 2018. Everybody's their goal is, I'm gonna speak this over everybody, of trying to make at least $250,000, because it's on my vision board. Okay. I'm gonna make it.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And investing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes. Like, and it just like it's gonna be a great. From this day forward, the days are just gonna get better, and don't be so hard on ourselves. Just to, you know, God doesn't exist in time, so we put deadlines on things that don't need deadlines, because everything is gonna happen in the right timing. You know. So that's it.
Wow.
That's
She's our preacher.
Ah!
That's so amazing that you said that, because we actually just did a full moon ritual at my house a couple of weeks ago. It was the last full moon of 2017, and Kenny, our vibe specialist, got us a bonfire because he's fucking ridiculous. Nobody told him to do that. But he got us a bonfire in the backyard, and we just decided to write down all the things that we wanted to let go, and we all just burned
that
it.
shit.
And then we sat in a circle and said the one thing, like the main thing that we wanted to let go, and like it was just a powerful exchange, and I think that that's a beautiful thing to share with people, like you know. And I think that I don't know, I think that I go through things very like individually, and I think that I think that I've built a persona of always being okay and having it together, and I think that I hold on to like my grip on that is so tight. Because even today, like this morning, I cried my eyes out for no fucking, like, I don't know why. But then as soon as I looked at the clock and it was like 10:15, I was like, okay, girl, like, it's time to go. Like, you know, it's always, like, it's a daily thing. Yeah. Definitely. It's just a daily thing. And so I do think that I see importance in that, too. I tell my mother all the time, like, you know, sometimes you find yourself down. Like, sometimes things are just literally weighing you down, and it's really just the thought of them. It's just the idea of them. It's not even the actual thing. And so I tell my mother all the time, like, write a list. And just the visualization of crossing off the things that you know for a fact you can't do anything about, like just putting a line through that is such a powerful process. Because like you see that and you look at it and you just like, that's not even a thing anymore, you know? So I appreciate you saying that. That's amazing.
For sure. And y'all know I missed that wonderful bonfire.
Yeah.
And you know why I missed it? Poor boy. That type of shit we do all the time.
Oh boy. But you know what? One of the things that I'm learning about myself too, and I'm trying to figure this out, and I'm gonna write a blog post about this. Self-care. I think that we've been learning self-care in the past couple of years. Like self-care has been like a trendy thing, it's just a trendy term, you know, like self-care Saturdays, blah blah blah. Self-care is important, but we have to understand that self-care can also include other people. Yeah. And like if you wake up in the morning and that particular day you feel like, I want some testosterone, I want some affection, I want I want to be touched, I want to talk to, you know what I'm saying, whatever, or even like if it's not, but you know, there's affection. I think that is also a form of self-care, just because you're not involving just yourself in that. Like the fact that you acknowledge that you wanted that and went towards it, I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, because I'm saying that I need head way more often, and that's part of my self-care, and I'm gonna get it, God, because
I'm gonna get it, God.
Look, because
ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's all about balance, and you gotta understand that you gotta just take care of yourself in all the ways that you need to be taken care of.
I genuinely thought when you looked at your hand like that you were about to say, getting your nails done.
No.
I was about to be like, me too, girl.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
So you don't want no hair?
it's not on my like list.
She.
Are we forgetting?
I was so gym for a minute too, and
Child, please, I'm selling a bit if you
I'm
down.
like 2 years in.
Yeah,
and
she on it for sure.
Yeah.
So it happens. So
I think, and I appreciate, because
And that includes oral sex.
Yeah,
Because
I still want some
niggas be thinking they
head.
don't include that. And I'd be like,
But I still want some
Because the dude
head.
would be like, just let me give you head then. And you'd be
No.
like, no.
And then, I mean, because
Well,
if
you're
you give me head, I got to get the tip. I'm sorry, at this point.
What?
but I need
If you gonna give me head, you got to finish the process.
I need to come up with an end goal for my celibacy, because
First
I
of all,
don't think I literally think it's marriage, but I don't know what it is that
I think it should
I
be
guess
marriage,
so,
only because
too.
I try. Okay, so my ex
You think it should be marriage?
Only because like my ex fiance or whatever. We were celibate, and
For how long?
Well, we were together for like over a year.
Okay.
But you know, we slipped up. It was occasions ago. We sorry. It was like
Come on, we sorry.
for like occasions and stuff like
Right.
birthdays, holidays,
I
situations.
said, you know my birthday.
So you know,
like we gonna do that thing.
so we tried our best to be celibate, but it was great only because it was like you knew the person, like you were really getting to know the person, and
Yes.
you know, even things didn't go the way that they were supposed to. You know, I mean, that relationship in the beginning was like perfect,
Yeah.
because you know, like sometimes we get engaged, and then once you get engaged, then people start acting all stupid, and don't be wanting to support you, and don't be wanting to let you be great.
You.
But it's okay because you gotta pray for them too. But you know,
That's
like
fine,
because
yeah.
once you get married, like it's forever. So it's like they don't. Where the fuck you going? Like that's just how I feel because like sometimes once they get it or once people get it, you feel like it doesn't shift the relationship, but it does.
Mm-hmm.
It really
definitely
does. Sex
does.
really does because if it's good, I'm definitely finna be thinking about the shit all the fucking time. You know what I'm saying?
And it changes things. Like even when you're not intentionally, even if both parties don't intentionally think it's changing things, it automatically will just, moments that you spend together could be dictated upon. Like, are we about to have sex? Just things change. Versus
Especially if you're
literally,
like
if
me.
I'm not having sex, every moment you spend with me is genuinely because you just want to be near me.
I be the one
And
like
it's
just the
nothing
tip.
else.
Just let me put the tip of you and me. Just let me.
And then get popping.
Let me just put your tip in.
Then you be
Because they'll be like, I'm tired.
Because that
you were
period
paying
late.
him.
No.
And took it back out. It was like, no, shut up.
Like, I think I would be okay with that. No, because y'all, never mind. I'm not gonna get too graphic.
I was just saying, listen.
Y'all come back for the YouTube videos. I'll get graphic because let's just say I'm okay with just the tip.
Yeah.
So I'm
I
waiting
can
for
make
some.
it happen
I don't know
with
what it is. I don't know if it's mirrors, but I'm waiting for some.
But you would know.
And I
You're
ain't got it
gonna know.
yet.
Yeah,
But
you're
you
gonna
would
know.
you would know and you
Yeah,
wouldn't.
and that's what I think it is, which makes it harder for guys to understand because I can't give them a clear
answer.
yeah,
Right.
like
But I
I'm
know
just
what I
like
want,
I don't
though.
know, but this ain't it. So,
This ain't it.
yeah,
And that's all that matters.
And if
That's
you
all that
ask me
matters.
about it,
Yeah,
no,
you-
I'm definitely not gonna
Yeah,
get it.
That's all
I
that
think
matters.
it's
You
about
owe them.
comfortability and
Yes.
just trusting somebody. I think that's what I'm looking for. So if I trust you, you
I
can
gotta
fuck.
talk to y'all about the term. Yeah. Y'all, I gotta talk to y'all about the word trust. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, but we're running out of time.
Yes, we do.
But we're gonna have so much more girl talk. Does anybody have a life catalog or a praises due? I definitely have a praises due for Candy because Candy, I mean, here's the thing. I like when people exceed my expectations.
Yes.
Because when Michael told us that you were gonna come, I was like, oh, this is gonna be cute. It'll be fun. Like it'll be like an extra, woman to talk about anti-resolution with us. But you really came with the word today, and I really appreciate that because I need it, child. I need it. Yesterday, somebody was like, "Oh, if you want to go to church with us," and I was looking like, "I need to be in that church." No, because the way I've been feeling the past 2 weeks, I was like, I need to be in there, but I was like, but I got obligations, whatever. So, but it's just crazy how God hears you. Like God heard my heart and heard what I needed to hear.
He said,
And
I'm
that
gonna
worked.
send you somebody.
God really
Open the
said, I'm
door.
gonna send you a word. So I really appreciate you being here and being so open and talking to us. And even though you got the word, you still okay with me being a heathen, Lord. And that's the type of person that I need. That's what I need. I got a list going on of all the people that I can't date, and one of them was preacher's kids because I'm a heathen, and everybody was like, they don't worst.
Yeah,
I mean, no shade to y'all, but y'all kind of
They be, but understandably so, because you get curious when you got so many things that you can't do. So, but anywho, that and construction workers, I'm gonna keep sending y'all my list.
like construction.
I can't because their hands are permanently rusty. That's why I can't do it because they work with their hands too much.
That's a
And
stereotype.
it's not even that their hands are dirty. I'm telling you, man, and it's not even that their hands are dirty. It's just like a permanent rust situation. And I just like to be touched too
If they're
much. Like if your
exfoliated
hands don't
properly-
feel like this.
No, if they're exfoliated properly, their hands shouldn't be rough.
But like that's the thing. That'll be my job then because
maybe
then
they
you
get
gonna come to me with
maybe
rusty hands,
it's a
then I'm gonna be
construction
like,
worker that
baby,
get manicures.
I would fucking hope so. I'm remaining open. You know
If
what I'm
you
saying?
take care of yourself, you take care of yourself. Don't be stereotyping these men. I'm talking about you a construction worker. I know your hands were.
No, here's the thing. I'm remaining open because I'm definitely remaining open, but I'm saying I'm just narrowing it down for God because God is tired of me not knowing what the fuck I want. So I'm just narrowing it down. This is my list. Right now I can't date construction workers or preachers' kids, but if God want to send me one that got their shit together, we'll do so. Okay? But
What
anyhow,
if he wants you to be active in the church though?
who?
The preacher kid.
Then no. No?
You could be
But you gonna block your
blessing?
What if you love
That-
him like you just
My
y'all
God
connected?
knows
Y'all
me.
connected.
My God knows
Listen,
me.
I'm asking you. I'm
Okay.
giving you a scenario. Y'all connected. He's everything you ever
I'm telling
wanted
you that's
in a
not gonna happen
man.
because my God knows me.
But he
My God wouldn't send me nobody
wouldn't do it.
that gives me an
I said I wouldn't
ultimatum
do it.
of you
You
gotta
wouldn't?
be active in
And
it.
that's what happened, honestly. And that's why I have an ex-fiance.
I personally don't feel like I would. Now, granted, I haven't met my husband, so I don't know. Maybe that's gonna be some
Yeah,
type
that's
of
really
love
true.
that I never
Okay.
experienced. And he gonna be like, baby, I
Love.
just need you in church with me every Sunday, please. And
That's
maybe I'm gonna be
your
so in
Sunday.
love that I'm gonna be like, that ain't nothing compared to what God just gave me. So sure, like if that's what you want from me, and you done gave me the love of my life, I'm on my way.
Cool.
But me personally today would prefer to
What
not
she
go.
said. Me
I don't-
personally
I don't
today
want to.
believes that my God wouldn't send me anybody that would have any ultimatums for me. My God
No,
would
it's
send
not an
me
ultimatum. I'm just saying
He just wants you there, like your man was just like, baby.
Well, then no. Then no. And then he'll be okay, right? And we'll still be together.
But
If
he's
it's
gonna
not an
pressure you
ultimatum.
about it all the time.
Then that's an ultimatum.
He's never gonna let it go. He's actually gonna pressure you.
My God,
It's not gonna be like detrimental to your relationship, but he always gonna be like, I just really want you
To me, that's detrimental.
That
to me.
is.
If I say no to anything one time and you ask me again, that's detrimental. That's pressure, and I'm not into it.
That's
Yes.
not conducive to her environment.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, not over and over and over again. Like we can
Like-
have, of course, things might come up again.
Yeah, I'm not
But
saying
not
that every Sunday. Like,
That's not how you said it.
Church.
You said specifically, he gonna pressure you.
No, I didn't mean it like that. I meant it like he's just gonna bring it up. Like he's just gonna bring it up to you like every now and then. I don't mean
and
like
that's not pressure.
And every time my reaction is gonna escalate. And when it gets down to me cursing you the fuck out.
Randomly one day, like I wish Shorty was on the pressure.
Your whole
Yeah,
to be a
that's not
motherfucker.
pressure.
No, I'm saying like every couple of months he just
Okay.
is like, I just really wish you. The word was great, but I wish you could have been. I wish you could have heard it. Like,
And I'll be like,
and
that's
told me that Sunday.
I would have been like, you should
I
have
would be
taken
like,
notes.
and Sundays the bed was good here. I
That's the
wish you would have
thing.
been here,
I have
baby.
friends who don't like going to church, and not because of the word, but because like people who just like they're so fucking judgmental. No shade, I love y'all, but it's so judgmental, and I honestly feel like people are judging you based off of your behavior and not off of your belief. So it should not matter if you go to church. I'm always the
I
one.
think that church is wherever you are. You know what I'm saying? And like one of
Because
the
God goes
things-
in tents and
Yes.
churches, it doesn't matter. He's gonna be with you always and
Yes.
forever. So it's not saying now. It's not even about you don't have to be at church to hear the word. You can be at home and hear the word. So
Yes.
if I know that my friends don't like being in an environment and they feel pressure and they feel uncomfortable, it's up to me as a good friend to say, hey, this was a word at church today. I don't know if you can relate to it. Here you go. And then by me doing my job as a believer, then that'll be like, Candy, I have many people who didn't want to go to church who come to church with me now. Because it's like, they feel comfortable because it's like nobody is judging you. I be at church, no makeup, bun, gym shoes, come as they are. Shout out to Dream Center Church of Atlanta, Pastor Bishop Murphy, hello. But you know what I'm
Don't
saying?
listen to nothing else that you heard before this, Bishop.
It's okay. He believes he got me. But it's like they want to experience what I experienced
Yes.
because my job right now is to inspire other people to become, you know what I'm saying, who you want to be. So if they're like, damn, Candy, how you doing this, or how you getting this, or how are you at this level? Well, I pray. And I do what I have to do. So then they're like, damn, well, I want to elevate too. So let me come where you are.
Right.
Because I'm never going to be the friend that's going to elevate and leave you down in the dust. Why do I need to leave you down when I can bring you up with me? You know what I'm saying? So I would never pressure my friends if they don't want to go to church. If they don't want to go to church, they don't want to go to church. Because some of the people that don't go to church, they praise God more than the people that are in
That's
church.
true.
I'm just
And this is just
That's me.
That was
That's
a random.
not producer.
Wait, guys, wait. This is just a scenario that I was running past these stories. I am not a Jesus freak, okay? I do like God.
Wait, what is
I do pray. I do like God. I love to pray. I'm very spiritual, more spiritual than religious. But I was just running a scenario.
Definitely.
She don't gotta do a damn thing she don't want to do, and I'm gonna support my friend. Huh?
Okay. That's what's up.
That's it.
You know what? We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. I'm appreciative of all the words that we've gotten here. This is a perfect time. A perfect way. See, look. This is the perfect way to kick off the year. This is the last episode of 2017. With that being said, thank you to everybody who's been rocking with us all this time. That's fucking crazy. And thank you to Candy for coming by and kicking it with us. So excited. So please continue to do all the things that you've always done. Follow us on all the places to be followed. You can follow us on Instagram, Tumblr, Facebook, and of course on YouTube right here. Subscribe if you haven't already. You can follow at @atati on Twitter. At Hey Tati on Instagram? Nope. Damn! At Tati on Instagram, at Hey Tati on Twitter.
Yes.
You can follow at Ajno Asia everywhere. Yes, everywhere. And I'm Bree Stories. Bree.stories on Instagram. Bree_stories on Twitter. And at DxnceCandii.
Yes.
That's X.
Yeah, no
not
A.
DA.
Okay.
DX. Because she's very innovative like that and we appreciate her. But you probably already following her anyway because you already been on Sierra page and seen that she on there. So what are you doing? Thank you all so much. We hope that you enjoy all of your holidays. And I mean all of your holidays. And we love you. So thank you. Everybody say bye.
Bye.